Hey, it's Ben, as you probably guessed. Thank you for checking out the Perpetual Chess Patreon page. I'm recording this late at night, like midnight on a weeknight here in Princeton, New Jersey, February 2020. The kids are asleep. It's about 2.5 years after the first time I recorded one of these videos. At that time, I think Perpetual Chess was like 8 months old or something. Um, and it had a small but loyal audience, but I wasn't sure how long I was going to be able to keep the show going. I had paid for the initial upfront costs as well as every episode myself, and I just didn't know how sustainable it would be. Fast forward to now, I'm thrilled to report we have something like 240 Patreon supporters. It means the world to me. Just this month, without them, the show wouldn't still be going. And just this month, I got to interview Grandmaster Vishwanathan Anand. Just the thrill of a lifetime, just quite the privilege. And we had some cool questions from the Patreon community. I always feel like the questions from the listeners make the show so much better because it feels less like a two-way conversation and more like sort of a global conversation, which chess, of course, is a beautiful global game. So despite the show's growth, I mean, the show's going well, but despite the show's growth, it's still my least paying work because I pour my heart and soul into it. I spend so many hours on the show. I was able to reinvest in the show with Perpetual Chess, Chess Books Recaptured. That alone is more than 10 hours a month. Plus, I'm attempting to pay the guest co-hosts, although they're so generous, we're donating some money to chess charities instead. But either way, I mean, that's just a small part of the growth I envision long term. I would like to do more content. I would like to improve the content that exists. And yeah, I have a lot of visions, so I just need continued support in order to be able to make that happen. And of course, you guys get a few perks in return. To me, the coolest thing, as I said, is just getting to send in questions, but also the Fred Wilson Library will be available at least through February 2020. There's the outro closing credits with the name of yourself or your entity. There's lots of cool stuff, and I may change it over time, but anyway, I'm going to try to keep this short, so we'll basically leave it at that. You guys know where to find me. You can email me or hit me on Twitter or Facebook or whatever the case may be. I'm always happy to interact with listeners, and I thank you for your interest. So have a good morning, evening, or night. Definitely night for me, but we will call this a video, and I will catch you guys soon.